Yeah, I'm on record. I'm anti-coaching during tournament sets and 1v1 settings. Team tournaments, totally fine. I've been half avoiding it because it's so goddamn contentious. In the Tekken community only. And like, to be frank, I haven't felt like I have the A, authority, B, the right to talk on what ought to be happening in the Tekken community. Even though I'm a part of it, like I'm a Tekken person now, I am. I'm a Tekken head. One of you. I'm one of you. Officially, I'm one of you, okay? All right, I've been playing this game for like 7 months now, straight. But I was part of you earlier, but like I've owned that. I own that now. But, it's a big ass but. When it comes to things like this, like I see this like coaching as like a cultural norm that Tekken has. That like the mindset will make me so great. Thank you, Bernie. I'm on coaching in tournament settings anyway. What this fucking hair? Why are you sticking out? Why won't you stick to fuck that? Get out of the fucking shop. Thank you. Oh, better. It's a discussion to be had in fighting games in general, the whole coaching thing. But this is only a problem in fucking Tekken. This is why I haven't felt like I had a right to talk on this. Cause I'm kind of like, this is kind of weird. Like when I see y'all getting coached in like major, I'm like, this is weird. Why are you all getting coached so much? Why is every match getting stopped like midway multiple times to get coached between matches? What in the actual fuck is going on? What happened here? What has happened in the Tekken community that this is where y'all are at? Like literally, what the fuck happened? So I figured I must have missed something. I must not understand something about how this coaching thing in the Tekken scene developed. And I'm willing to be quiet and learn because I understand it while I am a part of the Tekken head community on this thing that I very much don't understand. I will listen and be silent on and listen to folks who have been here longer. Which is why I've been quiet on it, for the most part. And said a few things here and there. It got bad in Tekken 7. Is it because of the loading time? That's what I figured it might have been. Because like loading time was horrible in Tekken 7. Is that why? Like why is it like this? What the fuck happened? Chat, please explain to me. Like, help me understand. Why the fuck is competitive Tekken like this? Because no other fucking scene is like this. None of them. None of them. Not even fucking close. So what the fuck happened here? I feel like I've shown up to the scene of a fucking murder. And like, I don't know who the fuck did it. Okay? But I assumed it was the loading times in Tekken 7. Like, what was it? Like a minute between games? Part why I didn't play the game. The loading time was too fucking long. So I figured it's because of the loading. I heard it's because they officially allowed it in some of the later events. Then maybe people were like, well, it's helpful and allowed. I'm going to use it, but I don't know. But why was it allowed? Who allowed it? Who did it? Was it Namco? Was it the community players? Was it the top players? Like, whose fault is it that this is what it's at? Because this is wild. It's why it's weird. Okay, it's really weird. Like I see it, I'm like, what do you mean you're gonna get coaching for how to beat this person who just beat your ass? And like maybe I could understand. Okay, the loser gets coaching. All right, I could kind of understand that. But the loser and the winner's coaching? What? What? So you just beat their ass and now you get some coaching to be like, hey, buddy, here's how you can beat their ass even harder. Like, what? I think Namco, whoever decides the Wolf Second World Tour events, I see. Because the players could still say, no, we don't want to do it. Like Namco can say whatever the fuck they want. But if the players in the community are like, no, we don't want to do coaching, and no one uses it, then it doesn't fucking happen. Who gives a fuck what Namco says? Fuck Namco. All right? Fuck them. Fuck what Namco wants, and fuck what their rules are if you don't have to use them. It's a bullshit excuse. Thank you for telling me the reason, though. That's a bullshit excuse. Some punk-ass bitch behavior right there. Oh, Namco said we can coach now, and like, we're too bitch chicken shit to say no because we think it's gonna fucking shitty up the integrity of our competitive events. So we're all gonna use it now, even though we think it's bad. What? Where the fuck is your goddamn honor? Where's your fucking pride? Okay? Like, put the controller down for a second. Where's your goddamn pride? Okay? Where is it? Do you have it? Like, it's shameful. It's fucking shameful. Hi, PK. Not too many other ones these days. Yeah, it's just. I mean, as it is now, you have to use coaching. Like, it has to actively get banned for it to stop. But if it started because Namco said, hey, we're allowing coaching now, and everyone just said, yeah, this is a good idea, when it was never there really before, that's some bitch-made behavior then. Like, what? What? That's why? Really? Fuck out of here. So in the Virtua Fighter community, money more important than pride, right? Okay. So that makes sense. All right. That's different. Then. Okay. So PKM Gino from YouTube says, sadly, money is more important than pride in this world, or greater than pride in this world. So, and that reminds me. So Tekken 7, didn't prize pools go up? Right? I mean, I know this current one, they went up a lot, but in 7, they went up a lot too. So if Namco introduced coaching as an option, players know, I know, we all fucking know, coaching helps you win. It does. It just does. It helps the person who's getting coached, if your coach is good. I'm going to tell you a story about that. Personal example about that in a little bit. I'm going to get there. I'm holding it off. We're gotta build suspense, okay? I'm also catching on Bernie comment. I think that's why people are speaking out now, because it's become more of a thing. I'm looking up Tekken 7 mid-set coaching, and it doesn't even look like it was a conversation at the time. Not too many honorable. So Namco said, here's more money on the table for tournaments. Also, we're gonna allow you to do mid-set coaching. And no one was like, we don't want this. There was not even a debate. It was just blanket said, yeah, we're gonna take coaching. Wow. That and what's weird is that, like, when I would watch tournaments, like when I would watch Evo, even like EWC, I didn't see a ton of coaching happening. Like, I don't recall anyway. Like, it wasn't notable. Did it just not get streamed? Was I just oblivious to it? Was it just less common or less disruptive? Like, am I just, granted, also I didn't like watch a ton of Tekken 7 because I didn't find it all that interesting, because I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. And I hated the way everyone would like just kind of wait the timer out. I fucking hate that shit. God, I hate that shit. I get rageful just thinking about it. It was banned at EWC. Right. I liked that. I liked that a lot. That was awesome. I hate EWC for very, other reasons that I have videos about. But in terms of its coaching ban, that was a good idea. At least there was some sense of integrity of the competitiveness of the event and the spirit of competition in a tournament one-on-one format. This isn't a team game. This is a one-on-one game. The brackets I'm mixed on. I know Margaret was like, it was a horrible format, but I'm not a TO. I mean, I've TO'd events and I've helped TO a lot of things earlier on in my competitive career. I've since moved very far away from that. So I know about it. I've done it. I understand it pretty well. And I have pushed for a lot of changes in the Virtua Fighter community in terms of how we run our events. And it's worked out pretty well. Because we had some things that we had debates about. Like, there were some... You see this? Motherfuckers were trying to get this shit banned. When I started beating motherfuckers' asses with it. For fucking years. Fucking years, okay? And I was the only one using it. It was just me in 2011. It was just me using the hitbox, beating motherfuckers' asses. But no one was banning it initially. They only wanted to ban it when I started beating their shit. And then they're like, oh, it's too good. And I was like, oh yeah, you think it's so good? And how about you fucking use it and see what happens? And you know what happened? No one else was able to get results like I was. So go fucking cry me a goddamn river. You're a scrub before, you're a scrub still. Shut the fuck up. Stop trying to be anti-competitive, all right? So I mean, that was my argument effectively. And I won that, you know? Now, I won that argument. Because my thing wasn't banned and other people started using it. I introduced Fudo and Itazan to the fucking levelers. I was the first motherfucker to show them these things back in fucking 2011. And they were like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, try it. And then they didn't even want to touch it. They were like, this is some fucking voodoo magic, black magic shit. Get this away from me. How the hell are you playing on this? This doesn't make any sense. This is unnatural. But then Voodoo and I played for like a long time in casuals, and he was like, "Oh, she's pretty cool. Actually, this is legit setup." So it was nice. You know. I didn't sell them on the input method, but they were like, "Oh, it's a legit like she's cooking on this." But I was blowing their minds to see like how high of a level I was playing on this device that they've never fucking heard of. Okay. That I'd made myself with duct tape. Like it had duct tape on it. And it was like just a metal fucking plate. It looked grody. Maybe that's why I didn't want to touch it, because it looked pretty nasty. I mean, it wasn't nasty, but like it was a Frankenstein thing. You know, maybe that was why they didn't want to touch it. But they should have. Maybe they would have, you know, converted sooner. Yeah, Tekken Cup. That was Tekken Cup, the first Tekken Cup, which is also going to be the story about coaching. I'm going to talk about coaching from that same event. That's when that was the second time at Fudo. But that was the first time I got to play with him in a longer set. A much longer set. I learned a fuck ton from him in that set. Because he was able to talk to me. Because he did a few things that I was like, how'd you do that? And he was like, I knew what you were going to do before you did it. And I was like, yeah, but like, even with that, you can do that? And he's like, yeah, if I know exactly, I can do that. I was like, all right, understood. And now I do that to other people. But like, I remember that experience. I remember the exact thing that happened when I was like, what? What do you mean you can do that? What do you mean it's an option? Okay, back. I'm getting so off track. Guess what the chat? Zombie leverless. Thank you for following Thrilling Odyssey. Yes, please clip it. Link it in the chat if you did clip it. anything you clip, please link in chat so I can watch it and maybe post it on Twitter and maybe post it on my shorts and Twitter and TikTok and stuff. Y'all make amazing clips and I use them. And I thank you for your clips. You are the best. That was the meta then. Coaching is good. Then what would be rock without Mickey? It was banned. Okay, I'm catching up. If you're competing, of course you're gonna take coaching. Otherwise, you play at a disadvantage. But the tournament rules should just ban it. Well, I mean, now Cookie, we're at that point. But my thing is, how do we get here? Like, because coaching wasn't always a thing in Tekken, and it sounds like Namco just said, "Hey, you're allowed to use coaching now in World Tour." But like, I still don't recall seeing a lot of it. So maybe some players use it, but not everyone. Like I don't recall Arslan getting coached in like Evo when he won all those events. Or am I just like not remembering? Or was it just not on the screen? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, that is super interesting question, to be honest. I was just trying to guess what's happened based on the snippets I've heard. Yeah. I think there was ever a rule. I mean, so in Virtua Fighter, we don't have a rule against coaching. We're just not bitches, okay? We have fucking honor. We have fucking ego. Ego's not bad, okay? If you win a tournament and you got coached through it, you's a bitch, okay? In their Virtua Fighter community, if you won because you got coached, you're a fucking bitch, you're a fraud, and that win doesn't fucking count, and everyone's gonna be like, asterisk next to that victory. That's what'll happen. That's how the VF community is. We won't respect that dub. We'll be like, okay, so you won. Let me see you win again without the coaching. Let's see how far you get next time. Let's see how good you are truly on your own without the help of your homie. That's the VF community. Stake on coaching. So is it banned? No. Can like lesser skilled players get coached? Totally. Do we even encourage it? Like players who aren't that strong yet or are like on the up and up or like trying to get better, they get coached. Like if they ask for it, or like sometimes we'll just yell it out loud, like because we're small. Like Mike, we're typically right behind people. The motherfucker will just yell out, "Launch that bitch ass motherfucker!" You'll get coached by the crowd. The crowd will coach you. Like people are constantly yelling shit from the fucking gathering about you should do this. Oh my god, don't let him do that. You conduct that shit. What the fuck? Bro, what was that punish? Like, everyone's just yelling about what's happening while it's happening. Even the commentators are saying, like, you know, strategically what you're doing wrong or what one person's doing right and wrong and what needs to be done to fix it. So, like, everyone's yelling what one could conceivably, ideally say is coaching. But everyone's yelling. Some of these motherfuckers are goddamn horrible at the game, okay? Some of these motherfuckers are scrubs. Have no fucking idea what the hell they're talking about, and they're completely wrong. If you listen to them, you'd fucking die. Okay? So, the skill in that environment, if you're gonna take coaching from the randos in the background as a skilled player, is who do you listen to? And then, granted, are you really gonna sift through the rabble of the motherfucking masses yelling just shit in your direction that might be right, might be wrong, while you are in a fight with someone who's trying to kill you and you're trying to keep up with them and now you're trying to listen to some motherfuckers yelling some shit behind you? Hell the fuck no. You shut that shit out, it's a distraction, and you focus on the goddamn fight. And if your opponent starts listening to these motherfuckers, they tend to lose. The ones who just yelling shit. And they're gonna yell shit. They always yell shit. Especially if like they want one person to win, they're gonna yell shit. I've had people get coached versus me by the crowd, by players who are very good. And they'll yell, you know, and I'm like, oh, I can hear it. Which is different. Which is part of the problem with like the Tekken coaching setup, which is that like both players can't hear it. So like one person's hearing the message and the other person isn't. Or doesn't have an opportunity to hear it. That's like feels a little unfair. And makes it like feel like more bitch made than the VF community format where like everyone hears everything. If they choose to. But the ideal thing to do is just not to listen and to focus, because oftentimes they're wrong. If you're not in the match, you don't really know. You really don't know. Like you're often going to be wrong if you give them hyper-specific stuff. And we still don't know what these coaches are all saying. I'm going to get fucking destroyed for these takes. I'm going to die, chat. These pro coaching people are rabid. They are so rabid. Fucking speed kicks can't get them to shut the fuck up. And they respect him. Okay? Like, if speed kicks can't do this, what the fuck do you think I can do? Okay. They'll just maul me. They'll be like, shut up, VF player. You just got here. The fuck do you know? Like, that was... Oh my God. It's like, I'm so aggressive for no reason. Yeah. Is it for no reason though? Is it really? I'm just very passionate about these things. Listening to coaching while being aware of VF mechanics in a competitive setting sounds like a lot to take in. It is, but I can do it. So when I'm playing someone, silence VF player, exactly. Thank you for the subscription. 49 months in a row. Limey. Silence, VF player. They can totally say that to me and they be valid. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I mean, okay, you're right. Carry on. I still think this is bitch made, but if I'm competing in your event and this is not banned, you believe I'm gonna have a coach. So, I mean, if you have an actual coach with you, that would annoy me. Yeah, okay, so now it's story time. Story time. Great Malibu. It's honestly cool as hell to hear something like this from someone so high caliber. Oh, thank you. It's not for no reason. No, it's not actually, because I think it's bitch made. Like I actually like I'm not joking. I think it's bitch made behavior. I think it weakens you. Right? I think it weakens the scene if it's not like a formalized procedure or a formalized process. Like, well, no, that's wrong. I disagree. I take that back. I just value the one-on-one competitiveness of it. I don't... This is like, now that this is a debate about like, what's valid? Because both things are valid. Getting coached and not getting coached are equally valid. So I think the debate about coaching isn't just about like, is coaching valid? Because it's valid whether you want to do it or not. There isn't really a wrong thing. If you want coaching, it's valid. If you don't want coaching, it's also valid. So like, it's not like it's wrong morally or even competitively if you decide that it is valid. So it seems like the Tekken community is now at a crossroads where in Tekken 8, people are having to decide, do we want to keep this anymore? Do we think this is a valid thing? Is this, and the debate is about the spirit of the game. It's really about what is the spirit of this game. And everyone is not in agreement on what the spirit of Tekken 8 is yet. Or what is the spirit of Tekken competition about? That's what's being debated by the coaching debate. It's not really about coaching. It's about the spirit of the fucking game and establishing what is the spirit of this game. The people who are pro coaching want the spirit to be about competitiveness, and they want to have like coaching be a part of it and integrate it into the competitive nature of the sport. That's valid. Not invalid. Totally valid. This is why I'm like, I hear you. I disagree, but I hear you. You're not wrong in any like logical merits, but I still disagree. You know, because I value something else. By picking your own, because we value different things. Because for us, the spirit of the game is not about that. So what's the other side? What's the other spirit of the game? What's the spirit of Virtua Fighter's game, right? It's about one-on-one. It's about being able to read your opponent in a match, in a set, in a complete set. And no, Grand Finals reset is not another set. You don't get to be coached between being reset from winners sent to losers, and that's not a new fucking set, you dumb fuck! It's the same fucking set. It's just a fucking technicality. It's the same motherfucking set, you dumb motherfuckers who are arguing that you can get coached between fucking grand finals and being sent down to goddamn losers because you get a reset. Hell no, you can't get coached then! Are you out of your mind? You know how impactful that would be? You know how hard it is for the fucking grand finals winner side person to get demoted to loser side? And now there's gonna be another random ass wrench thrown into the mix because they're gonna get coached? Fuck no. I have whole strategies built around, I'm in winner side, grand finals. I'm gonna do some shit first set. If it works, cool, it works. If it doesn't work, I got a whole ass set. I'm gonna get all kinds of information from my opponent that they can't afford to waste because they're gonna die. But I can afford to kind of play a longer game that they can't. And then I can use all of the things that I stocked up that I recognize from them that I chose to not take advantage of in the way that I typically would because I wanted to try something else or do something else, or I just wanted to try something different. And then if I get sent to losers, bring them back to hammer. They die. That's a whole strategy. You know what happens when you have coaching between those two sets? Strategy's gone. Doesn't work anymore. Fucking out the window. Those kinds of things still take place during regular sets too, to smaller degrees and in shorter increments, but they still take place during like shorter sets that are not reset bracket sets, right? I value that as a competitor, as a player. I like that. I like that mind game. I find it fun. I don't want someone fucking around with it. I don't want some motherfucker being like, oh, she's doing this a lot and, you're really not paying attention to it. I like to know that I can be watching and beating a motherfucker because I'm like, oh, you don't realize I keep doing this. I'm going to kill you for it. And you're going to die now. And you're going to look back at this later and be like, damn, I lost to this one thing because I just didn't adapt to it because I was just, I was focused on something else. And suddenly with a coach, because sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes you lose to some real obvious shit, but you're so caught up in the sauce, you don't see. And that's a skill that I value as a competitor. I value that skill. If you don't have it and you win because someone told you, I don't value that win as much. So now it's story time. I've been telling you story time for a minute. Okay? This is 2013 Sega Cup. 2013. Oh, look at that. Just kind of showing us out here from the top of the rankings. I swear to God, I wasn't trying to do that to flex. Just happened to be there. Oh, fuck. It was last updated in May 2021. That's when the rankings got frozen for the Final Showdown version of the game. They reset it for Ultimate Showdown. I think it's stupid. So it made this whole thing irrelevant to me and not as valuable. But in 2021, when Final Showdown was retired and we moved to Ultimate Showdown, it's the exact fucking game. We shouldn't have made a new ranking system. I complained about it. I lobbied for it not to happen, but they didn't listen to me. So now it's not valuable to anyone. But 200 point difference. Okay, back to this. So, 2013 Sega Cup. Sega hosted an event. How much money they put up for it? Put a lot of money for it. Do they have the winnings here? They don't have the winnings here. It's a lot of money. I walked away with like $1,200 and I got 5th place. Turned out a big event. This was like not my first event, but one of my earlier events in the Final Showdown era. And like what I consider the beginning of my tournament career as a player competitively. It was this event. And I got 5th place. I did really fucking well. And I was like, yeah, I'm a badass. Okay, you know, I got something. But here's the problem. I got coached throughout the entire event. Throughout the entire event, I got coached. I had players, very good players, some of whom I outplaced, actually. The other one right here, Rodnuts, very good coach. He's actually one of the best coaches we have. Motherfucker has amazing eyes. If you need a coach, he's who you ask all the time. He just knows. He may not always be able to do it, but like he knows what's happening and he can see it. It's just when he's the one playing it, you know, it's different. But if he's next to you, that's the guy you want. Not even Gentleman Thief, because he's not very good at vocalizing his thoughts. That's what a coach has to be able to do. You gotta be able to see it. You gotta be able to vocalize it in a simple, clear, concise way. Rodnuts was very good at that. So was, where is he? Adam Yuki. He is a world-renowned tournament player in the Virtua Fighter community. This dude's been playing the game for fucking decades, actual decades, much longer than me. And he's also an amazing coach. He has great eyes and is very good at vocalizing what he sees in a way it's comprehensible. So what happened at this event? I got 5th place, but like, I didn't feel like it was me. I didn't feel like I earned that 5th. Now, how many players were here? I got 97 players. Maybe 100. 97, I think. We'll say 97. So out of 97 players, it was the biggest event I'd ever competed in up to that point in time, which is why I consider it the beginning of my real tournament career. I got 5th place. Big deal. I came home with a lot of money. $1,200. It's a lot of fucking money. Or $1,500. It was a lot. Whatever it was a lot of money. A lot more money than a lot of motherfuckers get now for some of their 5th place placements, okay? So, but I didn't feel like I earned it. Because, how old was I? A woman never gives her age, but you can imagine. You know what year it is today? You know what year it is today? Then. You know how old you probably think I am currently. You can do the math. I shall leave that to one's imagination. But, yes. It wouldn't be doxing. It just, ladies don't typically tell them. Yeah, it was a lot of money. Okay. So, and that was 5th place. This motherfucker got a lot more money. This motherfucker got a lot more money too. So these were Japanese players. Gentleman Thief was one of ours, and Fudo was Japanese clearly. So this was the first time in Final Showdown that an American player beat a Japanese player, which was Itabashi Zangief. GT, Itabashi Zangief is also known as Itazan, or also known as, well, we call him Itazan, but in everyone else knows him as Itabashi Zangief. But in BF, we call him Itazan. And Gentleman Thief beat him. Big deal. Awesome. Gentleman Thief also got coaching. All the American players got coaching. You know why we got coaching? Because we were effectively on a team. It was us against Japan. So we wanted our strongest players to be able to beat the Japanese players. So that's why we had coaching. That's why all the American players coached. And you know what also happened? All the Japanese players coached each other too. So everyone was getting coached in this one contest because they wanted to beat us too. Okay? They didn't want to have us beating their ass, and we didn't. But they didn't want to have that happen either. You know, we got our shit rocked. They had the game for so much longer than we did. We had the game for 2 years before this event. Okay? They had it for like, I don't know how long, like a lot longer. I don't know, 5 years, some shit like that. It was stupid. But regardless. I give you that story because like that win, I didn't win, I got 5th place, but it felt like a win because given how like where I was in my development as a player, didn't feel earned to me. Like I didn't feel like I earned it. And I was like, well, if I hadn't gotten that coaching, would I have done as well? I don't know. And then and then after that, I didn't get much coaching anymore. I think because they were like, oh, she's actually good. We don't need to coach her anymore. Maybe that what happened, but you know, we're gonna keep going through these. So this was Sega Cup, 5th right here. Okay. So this is my history competition in Virtua Fighter over I think all the years, almost all of them. They're not all here. We stopped in 2021 when we basically stopped tracking these events. I think we moved over to Ultimate Showdown. I'm 3rd in Ultimate Showdown. Great, yeah, it's awesome. I love that. I love being 3rd. I don't love that at all. I don't love that at all. Whatever. We shall ignore that one. Because I don't have events, so I can't even get it back. Like I can't even fight for it because no one's running events anymore. So I can't even get my goddamn placing back. Fuck this. So regardless, we had a whole circuit. Like I'd compete. I'm like, yeah, oh, fuck you. I'm gonna get that top spot. And New York City had the most events, so it was easy to stay on top. Actually, it was easy to stay competitive, and we were the strongest region. We're still the strongest region. But we were more stronger then than we are now as a region. I've been topping most events. Yeah. I get 1st, 3rd, 2nd, 5th. 5th was the lowest I would get. Like for me, getting 5th was like, fuck. Oh, dang it. NYG 13, I got 13th. That was a really, really bad performance for me. And online, it was just an online tournament. I don't count those. I got 7th. I don't count that either because online. Who gives a fuck? 1st, 2nd. Everything else 1st, 2nd. So I had like a couple of really uncharacteristic poor performances. I got like 13th once and like 7th online. Again, I don't count online. But the 13th, that one hurt. Like I'd hurt a lot. Like I had to do some fucking soul searching after that. And I came back, started getting 1st and 2nd consistently. I stopped getting 3rd. So fine, whatever. And for those of you who don't know, Eileen's the worst fucking character in the goddamn game. That's not my goddamn opinion. That's Japan's opinion. Everyone fucking thinks she's the worst character in the game. So like, I want you to understand how hard I'm working out here. All right? Like I'm gassing myself up a little bit. But I want you to understand how hard I had to work to get these wins, okay? It was not easy to do at all. So Sega Cup coaching's happening. The next event where we had coaching, where I got coached, was not here. It's not here, not here, not there. Not even, no, yeah. There was no more coaching after that event. Not for me. I was no longer given coaching. Basically, once I got 5th place, and Winter Ball, I got 5th also. So Winter Ball was my very first tournament in 2013, in early that year. Got 5th place out of 20. So I got 5th again to the Sega Cup. So 5th was like my lowest setting. I assumed I'd get lower at Tekken Cup because I was like, I'm new. Who was in this? What happened there? I lost to Rodney, Denkai, Sidkid. Sidkid won that. Wow. Long time ago. Jacko, he's been my rival for a very long time. We've been back and forth for years. You saw him in the Combo Breaker run, the first one. He and I fought each other there. Oh, what's the second run? It was the second run. He's in that video. And like, that's why there's such camaraderie between the two of us and such respect. Because we've been competing together and running into each other in brackets since the fucking beginning. So I know him very well as a player. We developed together. We grew up together as players. And there's just a lot of mutual respect. Even Justin Wong was in this one. Look at that. Get his ass blasted. He was also in Sega Cup. That's where did he compete? Where did he get to? He was actually sponsored by Sega. There he is. Got 33rd. He beat a lot of players. Beat a lot of folks. But yeah, he didn't. 2D skills do not transfer to 3D. For those in the back who don't understand, 2D skills do not, I repeat, do not transfer to 3D. Okay? They do not. If you're a 2D player and you expect to be able to beat motherfuckers who've been playing 3D their whole lives, you're gonna get your ass blasted. And we're gonna laugh at you for thinking you could. We will laugh. We will be like, did you really think? Basically, so, damn it. What I was trying to say is my performance was worse after that, but it didn't end up happening. But because I didn't get coached anymore. But what happened was after I got 5th, the community of players were like, you know what? You're too good to get coached now. We're not going to coach you because you're also a threat. And we're not going to coach a threat to maybe beat us. So I was now locked out from getting coached. We would coach other players, but I no longer got coached. And, but I got coached at Sega Cup and I got coached at Winter Brawl. At both of these events, I was coached heavily. At Winter Brawl, I was so thankful for it because I was so new. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It was also a shitty event, but I was so new and didn't know what's going on. You've made too many gains in the gym, so we can't spot you anymore. That's exactly what happened, Great Marbro. So that's kind of how it works in Virtua Fighter. Because coaching is not banned. So if you're not that good yet, we'll coach you. Once we have all, as good players, been like, you know what? You're good now. You no longer get coaching. You have to win on your own now. Unless we're on a team. In a team tournament, which we do run. Then you'll get coached in the context of the team tournament. Outside of, and we'll give you tips outside of the tournament. In casuals, we'll give you tips. We'll coach you during casuals. But in a tournament setting, fuck no. Fucking hold your shit. Get good. Because no one's gonna respect your W if you got coached through it. If you're like, I don't know what's happening. Well, bitch, you should have fucking figured that shit out. You better fucking train, motherfucker. Because that's part of the goddamn job. That's part of the goddamn skill set of a good player. No one thinks you're good if someone has to tell you the answers and you win an event because someone told you what to do. And you applied it well. Now, is applying coaching, when you're told it, a skill in of itself? Yeah, it's a skill. But in the VF scene, we don't value that skill at all. Is it a skill and is it valid? Yes. Now, if the Tekken scene is saying we want to value that skill of being able to receive coaching, utilize it, and win with it, and that's what we're valuing as a scene, that's what our priorities are as a scene, then all right, fine. I think coaching, if I have a say in this, so I guess I don't really have a say in this, but I'm giving you my thought. I like the way we do it in Virtua Fighter. If you're good, no coaching for you. If it's one region against another region, coaching's fine. If it's EU versus NA and y'all got beef, coaching's fine. If it's fucking Pakistan versus, if it's for regional pride, coaching's fine. Because here's why it's fine, in my eyes. Think would follow Fondo. Here's why I think that is fine in a tournament context. Again, this is about pride and honor. When you get coaching, and everyone already understands this because people are always like, oh, we have no NA players in like EWC. Oh, damn, we fucked up as a region. Yeah, we did as a region. Or like we didn't have enough players or whatever. I don't know, whatever. I didn't follow that closely because I was like, fuck EWC. I hate that place. That's being run out of. But so I didn't really pay attention to it. But those who did, like, no. And like I saw the mudslinging from EU players, from Spaghetti Rip. I kept pissing off NA people, and it was funny to watch. It was a little tense. I could see the tension there. But when it's for regional pride, I think it's okay. Because if you win against, especially in if you win that tournament and you got coaching from your region, from your peers, from your training partners, the folks who you train with, and it's not to beat another person from your region. That's some bitch-made behavior. You're in the same fucking dojo. What the fuck's wrong with you? Like we're a region. We're a dojo. Like, we're a martial arts dojo. The region that you get to play with and train with, that's your dojo. Okay? We're all part of one group. And like the strength of your region is dependent upon the strength of your players, that you have access to. So players who aren't part of your region that you can't have access to, that you can't train with, yeah, you can coach versus them, because fuck them. They're not your crew. And when you're trying to compete in a tournament, it's not just about, is this player the best? You're also competing for regional supremacy. Which region is the best? Everyone's constantly being like, who's the best? Japan, Korea, Pakistan, Europe, fucking Ivory Coast? Like, so if Tekken players are going to be obsessed about maintaining coaching, I think for stronger players, it should only be allowed in cross-regional competitions, in cross-regional one-on-one battles. That's me giving an olive branch. I don't like that either. That's me giving an olive branch, okay? That's the first suggestion. Second suggestion, which is what we did in Sega Cup back in the day, in Virtua Fighter. But we moved away from that. We don't even do it. We didn't. We've had cross-regional events since then, and we don't coach anymore because it like cheapens the win. It even cheapens the win of the region, because you're like, well, we helped this player win, and like we feel good because like between our coaching and our player, we still beat this other region. But like if we didn't have that, like, is our player strong enough to like stand on their own and still make the adaptations on their own? Or like, are they too weak to do that? Are they not, do they not have the mental toughness to hang? Like, we started to value that more. So here's the second thing. Again, giving a olive branch to the coaching fanatics. If you are too good of a player, then we're coaching for you. Can noobs get coaching? Yes. Can intermediate players get coaching? Yes. But if you're a top player, if you're competing to win something, if you're competing to get top 8 or top whatever number you want to say, like if you're a competitor at that level, no coaching for you. Have some goddamn pride in your goddamn fucking playing. Don't be a little bitch. You shouldn't be getting coaching. You just shouldn't. That's how we do it in Virtua Fighter. Right now. That's the current rule set. because there is no rule against coaching. And noobs get coached all the time. Intermediate players get coached all the time. I see it all the time. And we encourage it because it helps them feel more comfortable. And we know we're going to beat them anyway. So who gives a fuck? Like, if they fight one of us, we're going to demolish them. So who gives a fuck? If it helps them like grow as a player and get like better, comfort in a competitive high pressure setting, cool. But like once they fight one of us, I'm not going to coach them. And like one of my competitors, they might coach them, but like once you're at that point where you're fighting like one of the people who like are probably going to win, I mean, I guess you could get coaching at that point. And that has happened, actually, at one of my events. There was a lot of egregious coaching at my last tournament, which was actually quite difficult. I had the whole audience of strong players like coaching against me. And I got fourth at that event, one of my last events. And yeah, it was hard. So I might be a little biased because I'm like, I've directly felt the negative influence of like having other strong players, multiple strong players coaching your opponent during the set and no one coaching you. Okay, no one coached me because I was the person to beat. I've been the person to beat for fucking how long? Since 2015. I've been the person to beat. So you can't see it. Since right here. This victory right here, 2015, most important victory I ever made. Because I beat very, very strong players to get to that dub. I beat some of the best, like active players at that time. And it was a big deal. So and it was my first win that I like did on my own with no coaching that I valued. I won other things before that, but like not events that I personally valued. That one I valued. So, yeah, since for like 9 years now, I guess, because now it's 24 and 24, I've been the person to beat. No one coaches me. No one helps me. Everyone's trying to get my ass beat every event I go to. But my opponent constantly gets coached, constantly gets help, and constantly gets all the assistance in the goddamn world. And I'm playing the worst goddamn character in the game. And everyone's trying to kill me all the goddamn time. Like, it's ridiculous. You'd think my character is top tier and she's not. I'm fighting for my fucking life out here. So, well, you're also a demon, so it's not a compliment to not be. It is a compliment. That's why I'm saying it's about pride as well. It's a matter of pride. Like, why don't you have... And so in Japan, Virtua Fighter community, for the longest time, there was no money in the game. Like you couldn't, because of the laws they had there. So you were fighting not for money. You were fighting for pride. And you know what they didn't have? Coaching. There was no coaching. Because it would be dishonorable. You'd lose your pride. It straight up. There's no pride in winning with a coach. So, unless it's a team tournament, then it's fine. So, like, the Virtua Fighter scene outside Japan is heavily influenced by that. We follow that model. And I think it's a legit model to be like, no, we take pride in our victories and how we win. Not just that we win, but how we won. And part of the how is not getting help from external sources during the fight. Between sets, fine. Like from one match to the next, talking about strategy, how do you fight this person? What do you think you should do against this person? That's technically coaching as well. That sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't happen. But that's fine, I think, personally, because they could be wrong. And it's not as directly interfering, in my opinion. Mid-set coaching is what's interfering to me because it messes with the mindset games. It messes with the mix-ups, which is why I'm against it. So yeah, second option, just decide what level of player you want to say, yeah, if you take coaching and like you're supposed to be top 16, top 8, use a bitch. No one cares about your performance in that event. It's just gonna be an asterisk next to it. But that's how it works in our scene. Yeah. And the next time you compete, no one's going to coach you. And they're going to see how well you do. And if you don't do as well you did last time or better, they're going to shit on you. Be like, oh, so you're really not that good yet. Got it. You're not ready. But you're still not going to get coached. So now it's time for you to figure it out. So regardless of what happens, if you do well and you got coached, and the next time you're not getting coached, everyone's going to watch to see how well you do. If you don't do well, they're going to say, oh, well, you really weren't shit. And if you do well, they say, okay, yeah, this person was a deal. And regardless of what happens, you're not getting coached again. Because you've already shown that you have the ability to execute. You now have to train your mind if you're still losing. And we value that skill in the Virtua Fighter community highly. One of the most valued things we have. And it's not clear yet whether to sound so savage. We are savage. We're rough. We are pretty rough. BF is a rough game. Okay. We're very kind to new players. But at the top, we're monsters. Okay. Don't get it twisted. All right. We're demons out here, all right? We're nice people. When it comes to competing, we're monsters, right? We're straight up demons. I know I'm a demon. I accept that about myself. I accept that. I know I'm a demonic creature when I'm competing in a tournament. And I'm very nice about it afterwards. After the event's over, I'll be like, hey, this is how I beat you. This is how you can beat me next time. I'll tell you, but during the event, hell fucking no. Would I even mislead you? No, I'll tell you. No. But I wouldn't. Everyone knows better than to ask me a question during an event. Because no one's going to answer it. Because that's like a testament to coaching. If I offer a solution to someone, I'll be like, yeah, you could have done this. Even sometimes during a tournament, if I'm sure I can beat them again, I'll tell them. I'll be like, yeah, you could have done that. And then, I'll still beat them. Because how much of a flex is it to tell your opponent, oh, my fucking camera fucking died. Oh no! Hold on. The demons were calling. I was telling you too much. I revealed too much about our ways. No one talks about these things for a reason. Okay? That's what happens when you say too much about the demonic ways of Virtua Fighter top level play. We're demons. We're fucking brutal. At the top. Not at the bottom. We're very nice to people. But we value certain things in our players. And we cultivate those skill sets in our players. And if you are found lacking, we'll help you outside of the event, but within the event, which is when you're being forged, we see helping you as hindering your development as a player in an area that's very important for you to get better at. We'll talk to you about it afterwards. Again, and this is only when you've shown the ability and capability to perform. We're not cruel. We're not going to do that if you're clearly not it. You're not it. It's pretty. In Virtua Fighter, the tiers of players are pretty. There's a big gap between my level and the level below me. There's a fucking gulf. So and it's been like that for decades. There's a dead zone of skill level in the Western scene, which I've been trying to clear up, and it's gotten less of a gulf, but it's still there. So there's no threat to just being hey, this is how I beat you. Even in a tournament, after the set's over, I'll tell them this is how I beat you, just so you know. And you can do that, or I knew you do this. I'll tell them, and with no fear of what would happen if I fought them again. If they're a player that I could have coached, because that's a player I would have coached if they asked, and I tell them, you clearly are missing some information. I'll tell it to you. I'll give them coaching post-set about how they could have won. Do it all the time. With no fear of losing. Because I know A, I have the next layer. B, even if they do the next layer and they're good at it, they're not going to be practiced at handling that layer and juggling it with all the other shit I'm going to throw at them. And C, I know I'm better. I know I'm going to win. I'm not afraid. And if I lose, then I should have gotten better. I should be better. I should win. I shouldn't lose because my opponent doesn't know something. I don't want to win. I'm sorry. I shouldn't win because my opponent doesn't know something. I take no joy in beating an opponent that lacks knowledge. That's not fun to me. I wanted you to know every motherfucking thing I'm doing to you and to be like, damn, I knew exactly what she did to me and I still got my ass blasted. That's what I want to do to you. I want you to know exactly what the fuck I did to you and to feel helpless to stop me from doing it. And to know you were helpless to stop me from doing it and you still lost. That's my kind of victory. That's how I like to win. Not this knowledge checking, hope you don't know, some bitch-made behavior as well. So what? What happens when they do know? Are you gonna lose then? Because you're a bitch? You got no mix-ups? Are you mentally weak? Really? You got nothing else? That's all you got? It's just some smoke and mirrors? Some magic tricks? And the second your magic trick is revealed, you're dead? You die? You can't do anything anymore? You value that as a skill? I don't. Okay? I sure as hell don't.